Howdy, folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Cub, and welcome back to our Sky Factory 2.5 Let's Play Adventure, where I've got some fun things planned for us here today. Now, you may remember in the last episode, we went around and we created a device that will automatically generate and sift for us some lovely soul sand, so that we can have a large amount of nether quartz, something that we've been hurting for since the series started, mostly because I didn't know how to get it, and was very upset a lot. But we've got a lot of it now. Like, we've got plenty now. Well, not enough. Really, we can never have enough. One thing we did by accident last episode, somewhere around the middle or toward the end, was we also created... It's not fully automatic, it's a semi-automatic. That is to say, you have to pull the trigger again, right? So if you're familiar with guns, fully automatic, you just hold down the trigger. Semi, you have to like pop it, pow, 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 right? But you don't actually have to cock it or anything. We created a semi-automatic obsidian generator over here using lava from our, well, this, and some oak barrels, and then just a water source block on top. And today I thought I would automate it, but I realized in order to do that, I would have to run some item conduits underneath these oak barrels, and that would just leave a hole in the ceiling and it'd be ugly. So we're finally going to make a painting machine, and that's going to allow us to hide not only that conduit upstairs, but really all of the conduits. Anything you can... now that I think about it, I wonder if you can pump things in and out of the side of these barrels, because if so, we could change these sides to conduits and then hide... I mean, I know for sure we're going to hide this one. No, it doesn't even look like it's trying to hook up to here, though, does it? Unless we turned that off, but I don't think we did. You know what? Let's do a quick test. We are going to build a painting machine. That's kind of... and convert that thing upstairs to automatic. But at the end of the day, we're also about experimenting. We're about trying new things. We like to try new things. Shepherd's pie. Anyone ever had shepherd's pie? Try it. You might like it. You might not. It's good to try new things. So that does not hook up. That will not work. All right, well, so much for the best made plans of mice and morons, right? I think we can all agree on that one. We're going to need some of these later anyway. We'll hold on to them, though. The painting machine requires nether quartz, which was in the past a bit difficult. Electrical steel. We have... and maybe I made it? I don't remember. It's one of those things that I could have made or I could have found. Steel ingots and silicone. I kind of remember this. I might have made these. In any case, we've got them. So we're not going to question it too much. Aside from that, we'll just need some iron, which we're not hurting for. We're going to need some iron bars as well. Should be up here in the cables, machines, etc. We've only got 2, so we'll have to make some more. I saw capacitors in there. Yeah, a single basic capacitor. Fortunately, we've got a couple of spares. And then last but not least, we will need our quartz, which, hey, look at that. We got some. We also have some blood saplings and ghost saplings. If you know what these do, pulse as a ghost, or pale as a ghost, I should say. Lava resistant, grows on ceilings. Ooh. Produces chalky apples. If you know what these things are good for, let me know. We might plant them. Could be fun. Also, I asked a question last time that I wanted y'all to answer. And obviously, these are being recorded... Hi, Gardner. How you doing? These are being recorded relatively close to one another, so some of you might not have caught it. But if you could, let me know what you think about opening... I think we had like a wiry... a Winona Ryder... from that movie. She's in Stranger Things. Wasn't she Adam Sandler's girlfriend in Mr. Deeds, I think? There it is. Yeah, the wild bag. It looks dangerous. It's red, so I don't know. Let me know what you think if you want me to open that, if it should be done on a stream, if it should be done somewhere safe. Is Winona Ryder going to come out of it? Because that would be pretty cool. I liked her in Stranger Things and in Mr. Deeds. Mr. Deeds, very underappreciated movie. I kind of like it, although it might just be because... well, you know what? Never mind. I was just gonna say it had Winona Ryder in it, and she was rather attractive as a blonde. But that's not a good reason to like a movie, is it? I don't care. I like that movie. Also, it's Adam Sandler not quite being usual Adam Sandler. He is kind of toned down. He's actually acting. It's a decent movie. I'd recommend it if you have. Just go watch it. West Chesterton, Fieldville, Iowa. And Dr. Pepper, look at my knee, isn't this weird? You'll understand that reference after you watch it. Let's build this thing, though. Oh my gosh, we've done so much talking and not enough doing. And I'm really, personally, oh, a travel anchor. See, we need to build some of these as well, but not today, I don't think. Well, maybe. You know what? What is that sound? There's some kind of whistling going on in my room. I'm not gonna like let it get me down. I'm just gonna ignore it and keep going. Ah, diamonds. Those are rare and precious to us. No, they're not. In fact, we're all out of ender pearls now, so hopefully we don't need any for anything in the future. Unless some more are generated from the monster spawner. I wasn't checking, but we're officially out of them. So that's not good. All right, well, we got our painting machine, and that was relatively quick. We can hop upstairs. We'll plug it into the grid. We need a place to put it where it will be out of the way, and we can still play it. There you go. There you go. What do you know? There it is. That's what it is. Now, inside of this, we have to have some sort of a frame. I don't remember what it's called, but I think if we're just patient with ourselves and with one another, and we just... Don't you use, like, conduit binder to do it? Oh, I can't remember now. Ender tank frames... Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff. All right, you know what? We might be better off if we just search up at Ender.io. Okay, here we go. And then we just go through till we find paint. Oh, what's that? Machine chassis. What's a dimensional transceiver? Transport items, fluids, and power wirelessly across any distance and between dimensions. Hey, I was trying to find one of those the other day. And we needed to use that to move items around instead of a tesseract, and I couldn't remember what it was called. Might have to look into this, depending on what goes into... Oh, right, this slice and splice nonsense. Well, we'll see what happens, I guess. I remember I was having trouble with this before. That's not what we're looking for, though. Ah, here we go, facades. So we have a conduit facade, and then a hardened facade. So painted in the painting machine... R-click conduit to place, blah, 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 blah. Hardened resists breaking and explosions. Not really an issue we're going to have, so we just need to use these basic ones, which is just conduits. I was right. That's what I had in my head, and I thought I could probably just go do it, but then I was like, oh, but what if that's not what it is? So that'll give us one of them, and that's not nearly enough, thank you. Please clear out and make way, because we're making more of these. There we go. We'll go with maybe 6 of them. All right, and now that we've got that done, let's hop back over here. We're going to grab... Ooh, you know what? I probably have some barrels from last episode, because I think I made like 2, and they were never used. We're going to go ahead and set up, first off, the automatic constructing machine over here. So we'll put the barrel on the end. That should be fine. We'll dig underneath, and... Oh, look at that. Oh, I didn't even need the facades here. Okay, well, right here I do. I was going to say, look, there's that edge there. We wouldn't have even needed them. Fortunately, we do need them, because look at this nasty hole there. We want to avoid that. So how many is that in total? Looks like we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 facade pieces. All right, so we'll fly over to the machine. We will put in 5 of these conduit facades. We're going to paint them the color of stone brick, I believe. And I think you can repaint them later if you want to. But here we go. The painting machine, it's plugged into power. It's going to paint that single stone brick onto our... Oh, look at that. Yep. Painted with stone bricks. Fantastic. Now, I believe if you hold an item conduit, or anything from Ender.io, I believe, it'll show you, like, through these facades, so you can see through them. So if you have a bunch of them ran around, you can't remember where they are. Unlike if you have, like, let's say, a bunch of colored stone, or stones from that one mod that lets you stick close there. It is carpenter's blocks. Those things are hard to find, and they don't really prevent mods from spawning for some reason in this pack. It's weird. Ah, okay. Well, let's go ahead and run these. So we're going to have our item conduits go underneath into this barrel. We're going to set that barrel to insert, and we're going to set all of these to extract without a signal. Good, 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 and good. So if we pop back up here now, yep, that's going, and going pretty quick. That's nice. That'll be filled up in no time. We'll have all the obsidian we ever need. And as you can see, these things will not burn. Oh my gosh, hold on. They might actually burn. Why would they burn? I don't understand. What's happening? Oh, okay, no, it does look like they reset before they hit. See, that one's about to... Ah! It just fills up just in time. For some reason, it's like they're filling up with the lava slower than they were before. Okay, so the thing with the barrels is they are made out of wood, so... There's a potential for them to... Something sounded like it was on fire. There's a potential for them to catch fire and potentially burn up. But it appears as though everything is fine. Everything is okay. It's good. There's no fire. Everything is okay. Everything is awesome, you might say. Next up, we're going to want to cover up these guys down here using these facades. So I think it is just a matter of Left clicking? Yeah, look at that. Swallows up the facades whole. Fantastic. So it's like you can't even see them, but... there you go. You see, you hold your item conduit in your hand, and it shows you where they are. And you can connect them up. It's fine. But if you don't look at them, it should just treat them like normal blocks. Yeah, we can fill back in the floor, and from down below, you'd never know. Sweet. And I think we'll go ahead and place some of these along here as well. We'll need one more. I'm not sure if I've got some of these. I know I had to make some before a previous episode. Now we got a few. Good. Fantastic. I don't know why I made the floor up here the same color as the roof, when I could have made it the same color as the floor downstairs. But there we go. It's got these little covers on top to keep the water from spilling out. We really only want the water focused right here on top of these barrels. Look at that. We've already got a stack and a half of obsidian. Great. Now, the other thing we're going to need to do is we've got to color one of the outside pieces as well, because many of you may know that we had to drop a line down here. So this is going to use the fancy polished stone brick. Now, I want to test something, because I said it already. I think you can repants these. If their pants come off, you can always put their pants back on them. That's irrelevant, though. If I paint this last one this stone brick color, and then we change it. Can we change it to a different color? Like I said this, but I don't actually know it to be fact, so we might want to test it. Yeah, look at that. So if you accidentally make like a whole stack of them obsidian colored, no worries. Now, I do wonder if I painted one of them with glowstone, because we've talked about doing this before, and it might be worth it. You know, while we are here, we might paint one of them with glowstone to see what happens. That could be an... There's a lot of cows out here these days. Look at you. What have you got in there? You've got fluid spirit. Okay, you weirdo. Perfect. There you go. So now it just magically goes into the ground. I got to shut this door before anyone else gets inside. This is Gardner's space. Gardner's allowed inside because he's tipped me a lot of money. That's why he's allowed to stay inside. That's just the cow, though. That's not the actual person. I didn't capture Gardner, my YouTube subscriber, and force him into the body of a cow. If that's what you're thinking, that's not what's hell. If you hear anything saying "moo, help me," Cub is a bad man. Ignore them. It's definitely not him. All right, let's take a pop over here. Wow, we're getting a lot of stuff. We might want to put a limit on that somehow. We'll get the glowstone, though, and we'll create a block of glowstone, and we will test and see if we apply glowstone as a paint color, will these covers glow in the dark? Because I've been wondering about that for a while now, and that's wondering as in I'm curious, not wandering as in I'm lost. So we'll get one more of these. I'm not sure if anyone was actually going to make that mistake. Like, Cub's been wondering? I must be lost. Actually, isn't that... No, yeah, it's... yeah, it's two different. Well, wander with an A, I do believe means lost, and wonder is like, oh, I'm in wonder of this thing, or I'm wondering about something. That one's pretty easier to keep track of. Then and then is a little more difficult. All right, we're going to take this thing to a very dark place. That is to say, we're not taking the show to a dark place, just like right over here. It does not glow. It does look like glowstone. I'll give it that. But it does not take on the properties of glowstone. It breaks like glowstone, which is interesting. Unfortunately, no dice, which is not good for us, because I wanted to replace all of this up here with some of these conduit facades so that we could run the pipes through them. But guess we can't. Guess we won't be doing that. Sad, but also not a big deal. I'll leave this one up here, though, because I don't think we need it. Take that out and just leave you here. Boy, remember how quartz used to be this, like, terribly hard to keep track of thing? We couldn't figure out how to get it. Well, we're good to go now. So we're getting pretty close to the episode when we're going to start working. A lot of people will be very excited about this. We're going to start working on an ME network from... no, not Ender.io. What is that? Applied Energistics. I'm not entirely sure what we'll need. I guess that's good enough right there. Applied N. I'm not entirely sure what we need. I know we're going to need an ME controller, and that's going to need skystone, and we know how to do that. That's just a bucket of lava, some skystone dust, which we have plenty of. That'll give us skystone. So that's not an issue. This isn't difficult either. I know how to do that. That's fine. Drop 1 charged Certus quartz plus 1 nether quartz. Hey, we got that. Plus redstone dust into a puddle next to one another, and wait a moment to receive 2 fluix crystals. See, this is going to be the catch. Oh, or we can just do this. We don't have to drop them into a... Let's test that, because that makes... Hold on a second. Does it have to be charged? Wait, I wasn't paying attention. Go back. Do they have to be charged ones? Because... No, they don't. And then just a stack of redstone, which you've got a lot of. So, redstone, quartz, this stuff. Looky there. Flux crystal. That is what we need, right? It's not a... Okay. Well, I hate it when that happens. For some reason, it doesn't keep the recipe loaded. But that's good to know. Is this shapeless as well? Can I put these in here in any order? Look at that. We're making steps toward having... Are we going to do that today? We're not going to do that today. No. That deserves its own focused episode. So we'll come back to that later. For now, though, we'll leave these... I think, yeah, we've already got one in here from like a loot bag or something. We'll leave it in here along with some nether quartz. That's crazy, though. See, I thought we were going to have to leave it in water and wait a long time. Ridiculous. All right, well, this has been episode 24, I guess. It's been a bit on the short side. All right, now I need to check for more enders because we're going to need quite a few more for the next episode. How we doing here? Not doing too hot. I really want to... What's in a worn-out loot bag? We've got a lot of those as well. My bags are not configured to drop beds in this pack. I'm 100% certain about this. I don't know what that means. That's an odd thing to say. But also there's no end. I need about 6 of them for the end cake because next episode should be episode 25, which is obviously going to be the last episode. So we're going to go to the end, for the end, and kill the Ender Dragon. I might do it live, either a Friday evening or a Saturday morning. Keep an eye on my Twitter at TweeteringCub for more info on that. That pretty much does it for this episode. We've automated the production of obsidian, and we've finally built a painting machine, which means we can make a lot cleaner runs with our conduits. In fact, we could drop all of these conduits down a level and have them run through here, like not have them blocking the path here, which could be nice. Nah, but maybe I won't, because it would require us to have a glowstone cover, and I'm not going to do that. We're going to call it here. Thank you, folks, for watching. Again, follow me on Twitter at TweeteringCub, link down below in the description. I'll tweet either Friday afternoon or Saturday morning, Central Standard Time, Texas, like -6 something or another, -5 UT LMNOP. Google it, you'll find it. I'm not Google. Find where Texas and the time zones are yourself. Follow me on Twitter. I'll let you know when that live stream's happening. We're going to go to the end. Hopefully. Got to get some more Eyes of Ender. Some cake. Got to figure out how to make a cake. I guess we'll do that next time as well. Might be difficult without a chicken, but we'll see. Alright, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!